Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another instrument cluster, this time in a 1993 VW EuroVan. This was sent to me from North Carolina, Dan Normill. This is your instrument cluster. He said, yeah, it's a EuroVan concerns. At least one lamp is burned out, fuel gauge not working, temperature gauge not working, temperature warning light not flashing when ignition key on. Oil pressure warning light not flashing when ignition key on. All right, so let's take a look at that. He sent also a Beetle voltmeter gauge to see if I have the bolts. I don't have them in stock. This is what he's. This should you should look for. Let me just show you that, Dan, so you can find them because they're actually. If you look for like a Beetle, um, and the part number is. Let me just see because actually in eBay, you want to look for the small one. It might not be the specific one for yours, but I think it is. But if not, you can trim it a little bit with a knife or something like that and make it work. The part number is BDO tin light bulb plus holder that comes with a bulb and everything. 12 volts 800-005-019G. So as you see, they're very cheap. You can just place an order and then that will definitely work for you. And you can supply the power and ground in there. All right. But yeah, I don't carry those in stock. All right. So, but let's power up and see what we see. Well, so power, yeah, I can definitely see one bulb in this side missing. I did see the temperature flashing. Let me just go back 1 second. I did see the light or the oil coming on for a brief second, not completely. Let me power up again. You see, it is coming on for like a brief second. So this the temperature gauge. It is coming on. Well, the coolant warning light is coming on. The rest of the lights are working. So let me put the tachometer. Okay, that should be already in 1,000 RPMs, and it's not. So this is, it seems to be working, but definitely not properly. I can see moving, but it's not working as it's supposed to. Let's move the temperature gauge and the fuel level. Okay, yeah, definitely. I can reproduce your concern. So fuel gauge, temperature warning light not flashing when the ignition key is on. Well, it is flashing in here. You might have a problem in the harness. So I'm going to reproduce that again. So no power. I'm going to power on. Didn't flash this time. So let me put the temperature as I have it before. Yeah, but now it's not flashing. So something electrical. You know what? Let me open the closet because I think this is definitely an issue inside. And mine was for a second working, but now we saw how dim was those, so I don't want to keep going and then have a bad regulator or capacitor leaking and then damaging the cluster for sure. But one thing that I want to also show is this crack that this cluster has. So this is the way the cluster looks, really dirty. I mean, normal 1993, right? But it's shame it has crack. I can clean it really well, but I can definitely not get rid of that. All right, guys, so let me do the repairs and I'll be right back. All right, guys, everything is done on the repairs on Dan 1993 EuroVan cluster. If you have any of these clusters or you need a repair, just look for Mike Salazar Diagnostics.com. If you click here, this will open your Outlook to get to the email, and you can just do it in there. If you don't have that service, I think I'm probably going to put the email in here, but you can also scroll down to the bottom of the page, and here on contact us, you have my telephone number, my email, all the information that you need. Just trying to keep the page as friendly as possible, and I don't want to put all the information. So please scroll down to the bottom, and you can see a lot more that you don't see at the at the top. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for the Windows users. Every single Windows user, they click in here, it will open an email browser, your email, and then you can start doing that, or you can click on let's shot and I will get the information right there. All right, guys. Okay, going back into dance. Let me power up. You will see the two lights coming now on perfectly. All the bulbs are now working 100%. Let's put temperature, and also let me put the speedometer to work. Sorry, the tachometer at 1,000 RPMs, and now it's working as it's supposed to. These needles take a little longer to go up, but it's just the way the 93s are, and especially after a complete battery off, right? So that is completely normal, but now we can see both working and coming up. I'm going to move it a little bit on the resistance. I have actually that page open. I think I closed it, so give me just 1 second. I'm looking for the information that I have for the 9093. So yep. So these are the you see 48 hertz, 1,000 RPMs, and I always put that the K box 30 ohms is 3/4 of a tank, and 30 ohms is 3/4 of a temperature. So I can put them in 30 ohms, and that will go into almost 30, sorry, 3/4 of the needles, and we can see how that is actually going up, and all is working good. So both needles, everything is now working as it's supposed to. So I'm just going to turn them off just to make sure that they come back to zero, and turn the speedometer, as I keep saying, the speedometer, the RPM, so we can see how now the gauge on the RPMs move nice and freely. It was kind of like hard and stuck, but now they're working 100%, and everything is good to go. So then now your instrument cluster is back alive. All right, so I'm just going to turn it back off, and I clean also the cover as much as possible. But yeah, that crack is definitely not going to come out. Nothing I can do with that. For the rest, it's all good. All right, guys, thank you so much for visiting the channel. Talk to you later. Bye bye.